I muted the wrong thing. No one heard anything you said, but they could hear me. And they can hear me now because I haven't unmuted it, and I'm unmuting all of us.
By the way, my token has been deleted, so I don't know how that happened when people were clearing the map, but...
You can just make a new one.
Yeah.
Just drag from your buyer.
Yeah.
There you go. Have a new Tim.
Thank you.
It's a new Tim.
It's a new Tim. It's a better Tim. Anyway,
Whole
hello,
new
everyone.
Tim.
A whole new Tim.
Fantastic point of view.
I mean...
What's happening
No
tonight,
one
guys?
to tell me no.
I did not get enough sleep for this. You need to stop. All of you.
So everybody, welcome.
Lying on my shield.
Welcome to-
Guardians back.
Welcome to Madness of the Lab.
Welcome to Madness at the Table.
Yeah, I mean, it fits. It fits. A D&D show, for those of you that are unfamiliar with it at all.
Is that what we're doing?
God, I don't know anymore.
I'm not sure anymore. Yeah.
We'll go along with it. We have some character sheets. We're gonna roll some stuff. It'll work, probably.
We'll roll some stuff. Things will happen.
Anyway, why don't we, we'll go through a quick summary of last time, and then I'll do, character kind of reintroductions with kind of some, just give people an idea of, like, where your character's at. So,
Dead.
last time you guys finished checking out the, ruins. You made friendly contact with a horrible swarm of psychic rats that were trying to get into Tim's mind.
Delightful people. Yeah.
They got you to kill a troll for them and feed it to them.
Yeah.
And you
That
made
was a good idea.
friends.
That's not going to have any consequences.
And you've made friends with an intelligent flying shield guardian. Good
My
friend.
best friend.
Best
I'm
friend.
gonna name him Bob.
And then Tim flew off with him for a brief period of time, or her. It's not.
It hasn't
Yeah,
decided.
I don't.
It hasn't decided a gender for itself because it's a robot.
Soon.
Soon.
Is that one of the add-ons we're gonna have to give it?
No.
That's an upgrade.
Anyway, in the meantime, the rest of you went into the forest at the top of the cliff, which was a fairly dense forest of 100-foot tall or higher trees, kind of reminding you sort of, if not for the size of the tree, at least for the kind of like flavor of the tree, of like kind of like a redwood forest, of very like tall, thin trees that go up into branching way above.
This tree's delicious, boss.
I licked them all.
I mean, none
Gotta
of
lick
them,
'em.
I hate you.
Gotta lick 'em all. Gotta lick 'em all.
none of them gave you hallucinates. You didn't get high.
Hallucinations?
Are you sure? Did you lick the tree, Matt?
Did she get,
You
wait,
you didn't get high off of any of the trees. There you go.
did she get any splinters on her tongue?
Probably.
I'm a monk. I know better.
Anyway, eventually, though, they merged into what appeared to be an old ruined roadway that led to a city. They went along the roadway into the massive doors which were lying open. One of the doors had fallen down, kind of falling to the side of these walls that were about 100 feet tall, so about the same height as the trees generally were. And the other one was just sort of open, these like massive doors of wood, iron, huge construction. The main gates of this once proud city. And you saw some movement around the doors. But you didn't know what that was. So they went to investigate, and they found themselves in what appeared to be an overgrown city of some type. In the center of the city is a massive castle, much, much larger than your castle is in any degree. With a tower that kind of stretches up to the sky itself, just insanely high. The castle itself seems much bigger than what this city should support from where the walls are positioned, but that's a mystery you didn't quite understand. You found yourself on a kind of main thoroughfare that may have been one time a market area, and the kind of leading up to the castle. As you entered in that area, you did see the castle doors close. There are a number of buildings here, and we kind of just left off here that you've entered into the main gates. And as you leave off here, you hear a noise coming from behind you.
I
Sounds
dive
like
into
the crashing
bushes.
of wings. There are no
Dive.
bushes. You are in the...
I look behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are no bushes. You dive to the... You hide behind
I
a pile.
duck to the ground like.
You see a
One-
familiar
almost-
mechanical figure kind of flying down and dropping it almost potato sacky, like a couple feet from the ground, a tip, and then flying off.
That was quick.
It's been like a day or two,
Huh.
you know?
That was still quick.
Yeah.
It's true, it's quicker than you guys took.
I have bugs in my little bit of beard, and like
Splat marks.
just I look so much more of a mess than when I left. Just the worst. And yeah. Hi.
I hand
back.
you a water skin and a like cloth.
I take the water skin and then I cast prestidigitation.
Well,
Actually, no.
We're
I
handing
go.
him back the gourd.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take the gourd and just go. There you go.
And I'm gonna cast prestidigitation and dry myself off and take the gourd back and spray Rufus with the gourd.
I'm just watching.
And then
him, like,
not
just-
cast prestidigitation on you.
I don't think you want to do that.
I did.
Well,
I walk over to you and just shake.
I cast prestidigitation on myself again.
Alright, so,
What's happened?
We found this place. That's about it.
Oh, I'm gonna hold up
It's not
my
movement.
brandy new shiny gauntlets. Ooh.
Technically, he was there.
No.
No, he
Yeah,
already
you're right.
left. Oh wait, no, you're right. He was there. Never mind.
Technically, he was there. Yeah.
Damn you, leaving before you were actually gone.
We saw movement,
Yeah.
you
and
also...
the
Doors
castle
closed.
doors seem to close.
So there's a couple of things in this area that you do notice. As I said, this seemed to have been like an area of shops, maybe small carts at one time. A couple of the buildings in this area are completely overgrown by trees and forests and seem pretty kind of ruined, I would definitely say. You can see that there does appear to be a number of relatively intact shops. One in this area of shops that seems to be intact. There also does seem to be an inn nearby that seems to be intact. And
I'm also going to point out the carvings on the door.
the inn, and there's like two shops that are near the castle itself. One of them appears to be some kind of inn, and the other another type of shop.
Nokren's gonna turn to Tim.
Yeah.
And just say-
And as I told them, there does seem to be elaborate carvings and statues of strange creatures that are throughout this area and all the
Horrific
buildings.
creatures.
Yeah, very
Yes,
horrific
no.
creatures.
One
And
of
they
them
seem-
is a spider, bat, scorpion, snake with human features.
Yeah. And they're most prevalent on the castle itself.
Yep.
You're gonna have to explain to me how a spider, bat, scorpion, snake can have human features.
It's
And
also
all
got
that
it's
crap.
spider
Point
bat
at the
scorpion.
statue.
It's spider bat scorpion snake human technically
You said with human-like features.
humanoid.
Oh,
Wait,
but you said scorpion, bat, spider, snake.
Nokren said that when Tim shows up, say, okay, so the whatever's here is smart enough to use doors, so you might want to do that language thing you do.
Yeah, that's why we waited for you.
That's all I am to you.
Also,
Languages.
Also,
The
Yes.
hands.
the scriptures on the door. You might want to look at them.
I'm
The
gonna sit.
crazy's opponents too.
I'm gonna sit for a minute and well for
10 minutes.
10 minutes and ritual cast comprehend languages.
So you're going straight up to the castle doors.
I'm gonna see if I see any script anywhere.
As I said, like in this main area here, there's like 3 buildings that seem to be intact. You can notice that there are 2 other larger buildings. One
They
that
have
would
signs on them.
the only one that has like an actual like sign that you can kind of tell what it is seems to be the inn. and that's just because it's like got like a picture of like appears to be some kind of alcohol glass next to a bed.
Oh, we all know how we go to bed.
Yeah, the
all
best
right.
way to go to bed.
So you said there's scripture on the castle.
The castle door itself has an inscription on the top of the door.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can read it.
Nokren's gonna go with him and be like, this is the door that's shut. Let's just stay back as far as you
Yeah,
can
these
be
are
back
like
and read.
heavy iron doors, probably about 20 foot tall, so pretty large. The plaque over it, with your comprehend language, you could say, "Here is the castle of Yvain, the first and last city of the world. Let the Kalida rule over all the world under the care of the Devourer of the Earth. Only the strength of steel and soul can seal these doors."
I'm gonna relay that information.
Did
Oh, no.
you say Kalida?
Yes.
Isn't that the name for the savage ones?
Yep.
Sorry, wait, did I miswrite that? It should be Kaladites, I think, then, if it's the Kaladites.
Okay.
One of them's Kaladites.
That's still close.
Yes.
Nokren would still bring up the same point with like
It is the same point.
Kaladite. Isn't that like
Check. I
close
might have
to the
just miswrote
Kalida?
it here accidentally.
which is the
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
it was. I miswrote it here a little later on in my paper.
that's worrying.
I mean, worrying maybe, but we haven't seen the Savage Ones create a structure like this.
Yet.
That's true.
That being said,
I
under the watchful, what was it? Under the watchful eye of the Devourer?
The Devourer of the
Worlds?
Earth.
Devourer of the Earth. Yeah, that's the part that worries me.
We got devoured.
We got
yeah,
devoured.
that's a good point.
And who says they weren't more sophisticated at one time and they're
That's what's worrying me. Is that if they were here, they devolved.
Well, let's go take a look at those other places, rather than looking at this big old steel door that I didn't really understand the inscription for. I understood it, don't really understand it. Yeah.
I'm gonna put a. Oh no, I don't want to put a trap in case they're nice people. Never mind.
Yeah, please don't automatically just put them in a bear trap. That's probably not a good way to make friends.
No, let's go to the.
You're right next to the inn and another kind of shop here. A little the shop that's next to you. The inn is to the left of the door, like that area of it. To the right is the other shop, which is a little larger than the shop buildings. Which, remember, I said only one was attacked. Now, there is areas to the, I'd say, like, to the, you can go farther left in the city and farther right in the city, and there does seem to be other areas there. There are two other large buildings which you could see. One to the, kind of left, to the left side, if you would look towards the general store, you can see a large cathedral partially overgrown. To the right, there is a large, maybe warehouse, maybe something else.
Okay.
And
we
there
might
are a
be able
number
to-
of buildings
Could I
around
get
there.
that text for the door? Because I would have written it down.
Sure, let me...
Just because I'm my brain's not doing audio today. Visuals
And-
gonna be a lot more.
Rufus is going to say, I would suggest the inn. We might be able to find basic things in their society from the way they lived.
Yeah.
There's in chat.
Not a bad idea.
Thank
I
you.
would
Here is
like
Castle
to...
of Yvain, the first and last city of the world, that the Kaladites rule over the world under the care of the Devourer of the Earth. Only the strength of steel and soul can seal these doors.
Well, they're no longer sealed.
Well, they're closed.
Yeah. I would take just a
Wow.
moment and kind
One
of
is.
sketch out what we're doing, or sketch out the area.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stealth behind Nokren.
Let's go to the inn.
And we go in.
Okay.
Thank you, Living Shield.
Alright,
Side steps.
So, there's a main door that seems to lead into this building. To the left of it kind of leads into a large room. which seems to have two halves to it. To the left side is a large bar area. The far wall of that, kind of to your right side, has a simple desk. There's one door that seems to lead out of this area in the back side of it. There are tables and chairs that have splintered and broken piles of junk and debris throughout the room. You can see there's bottles and glasses stacked behind the bar, all broken. You're assuming that the desk to your side is maybe a check-in desk of some type, and it's kind of holding together, but it looks like it might fall apart at a moment's notice. That door in the back is slightly ajar, and the entire room has a kind of acidic smell to it that kind of fills your nostrils. It seems as though probably more recently, maybe a couple of the old wine bottles might have broken open and spoiled, as if something like disturbed them at some point in time. You can see that
Just
there's...
in... Oh, sorry, go on.
You can see that there is a little back room area that seems to be a combination of kitchen and storage room, maybe. That you can either account... You don't seem to have a good... It's got kind of like one of those openings where you could pass things through it behind the bar, but you don't see direct access from the side.
I'm going to investigate behind the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, while they're doing that, Nokren's going to sit down and start doing his thing.
Okay. Roll an investigation check then, Rufus.
I'm actually
It's
going
also
to
investigate.
perceive, not technically investigate.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
going to investigate.
Okay.
Like, you're just generally investigating? Because I was going to say I'm going to investigate the check-in stand quickly,
Okay.
if possible.
I was gonna investigate behind the bar
Okay.
for bar things.
Yeah.
Like
all right.
rummaging through.
So, I'll let you know all you found. So, Rufus, you and Grits kind of will take a look around.
Great.
Grits, wow. Okay,
She sees my feet.
yeah.
So, remember the last time you did an investigation and got a natty 1, Grits?
Grits,
I never do
roll
investigations.
me a dexterity save, please. Thank you.
Oh,
Grits.
no.
Is it against poison?
No.
Because I have resistance against poison.
It's probably against tripping.
Or glass.
Oh, come on,
Okay,
butt dice.
take a damage, and you now incredibly smell as, like, you were trying to move, like, something out of the way. You cut yourself on glass, hit another one of the, like, unopened jars of probably, like, rancid wine or something, and now your, like, arm is covered in, like, just awful.
Ugh.
I'm
I
going to
hate
come
this.
over. If I hear this happen, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation.
You hear lots of dwarven cursing.
Uh-huh.
Just to get rid of the smell, because
It's
everyone
still-
was complaining
it's
about
still
smell.
really
last
gross.
time.
It's still really gross. Rufus, you can find behind the bar appears to still be the till. It's got some coins in it still.
I open it up and let's count it.
Appears to be 14 gold, 19 silver, and 5 copper.
Cool.
Nice.
I investigated behind the like the check-in desk type area.
If there was found a book or something, it seems to be gone or deteriorated. The desk itself seems like maybe some kind of insect or creature like worked on it, so it seems damaged. It's still standing, but it's not in great shape.
Okay. I'd like to check the kitchen and storage room, but I'm not going to do that alone.
Shall we
I'll
say
go
that
with you, I'm so
my,
good at
detect
investigating.
magic would have finished at this point?
Yeah, it looks as if the only door out of here must have worked to both get to the kitchen if you're not passing something through the hole, like the little window,
Yeah.
and that also led to probably where the rooms are eventually.
Because yeah, I'll say I'll go with Tim if my my detect magic is finished.
Yeah, you're not detecting anything right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll kind of lead to a back hall, which will loop around through the back of the building, kind of going around the edge of the kitchen. So you can see a door, which you assume leads to that, and you can see a hall keeps going around and kind of leads into the other areas of the building where there are the various rooms.
Okay. I mean, I want to have a look around.
You want to get into the kitchen and check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, it looks to be a pretty simple kitchen. There's like a large stack of old crates all of them seemed opened up and like empty, as if their like supplies were used. Like not like they were stored and stuff. It looks like they were properly open. Some of them have deteriorated a lot. You can see that the kitchen equipment had a lot of use to it. There does seem to be kind of like a butchering area here, actually. That like you'd recognize as an area that may be for butchering larger animals.
Okay. Is there any equipment for that type of stuff lying around?
Some old rusty stuff.
Yeah, so nothing of value.
Not really.
And you said there was a storage room as well?
This functioned also as a storage area here. Yeah, so like half the room is filled with like boxes and stuff that they would take. You know, it was the kitchen wasn't huge. You know, it was enough to probably supply guests more than people that would stop by the bar.
Right.
I'm gonna take a look around the whole bar area in general and just see if I see anything that might tell me anything about the culture.
This area here is pretty ruined. I mean, you can get a sense that like this area here probably is more for travelers than anything, probably because it's like a little less decoration. You don't see as much of the symbolism you saw outside, even on this building outside. In here, it seems a lot more generic.
Find anything back there?
No.
Not yet.
I mean, we could take a look at the rooms individually, but I mean, do we want to just do a quick sweep of them?
Yeah, I think to at least look through, take a peek at them would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I would like to stomp down and get ready to like kick a door in.
Okay.
I was about to say just like step, kick.
Cause I'm grumpy now. Build
Step,
foul
So-
wide everywhere.
A lot of you will kind of head into the hallway and move up to the first room. It just like you kind of Grits will kick it open. This one just seems to be a general room for like some beds and furnishing. You're not sure if it was for a guest or for anyone else that was using this. Pretty generic. The next room you come across is barred. Like it's got two wooden beams nailed across the outside of it.
Hey, Orn.
I pull out my crowbar.
Wait.
I'm just pointing it out.
I knock on the door.
No response.
I'm gonna hand you the crowbar.
Orn.
Grab
I'm
the
not in
crowbar.
there. I'm in the front room sitting on
I'm
the one
shouting.
chair. That still works. Oh, that didn't sound like it.
Sorry. Yeah, no, shouting to you.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Oh, god damn it. Great.
I take the Rufus's crowbar
Uh-huh.
and just go to
I
pop
guess
them
make
off.
a strength check with advantage then.
Ooh, yes, please.
Busted open.
You sure you don't want me to do that?
Yeah.
I
All
take
of
out
us at the
crowbar.
same time.
Sure, you want it.
I know I didn't need to do it actually.
You're having some trouble kind of getting him up.
I reach over and I poke your little hot dog arm.
I reach back up and grab it.
Give it back.
Lift with the legs, Nokren, the legs.
Well, we'll see if I do any better.
This is
I
where
highly
we find
doubt
out
it.
that Rufus's thing is the strength checks opening doors while I am the person who locked it.
Yep.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god!
Yeah,
Not
the
the
right
right
angle. No, I
Rufus
just look at
is
it.
the
You have to get the right angle.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just like, I need to get myself a lockpick set.
So, the door is now unsealed.
Can I do an Arcana check just to see if anything's coming out? Or your Detect Magic's still running, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
should be still running, but I would actually instead do. So I asked to wait a second, sit down, and do this as a ritual before we open that door.
While you're doing that, oh, go ahead, Tiv.
Is the room across from it, if there is one, barred or anything bad?
The first one you came to is the closest to being across from it. It's like this is a hallway that kind of loops through the building, and there's like 3 rooms on this first floor, and there's the stairs that lead up to the second floor. You came to the first one, which was just sort of unoccupied, simple room. Then there's this one. Then there's another door, and then the stairs.
Alright. So, I'm gonna point to the one that you guys have already opened. Is that one clear?
Yes.
Yes.
I go in there and hide and, like, get ready to come around.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
While he's casting that, and we're just kind of waiting, is Tim gonna be doing anything?
I was thinking about it.
Is the next door within vision?
Yeah, you can see it.
'Cause I forgot I would have asked you if you delivered the letter to the Thane I sent you with.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
No.
Insight. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna walk over and perceive it.
I don't recall this happening,
Okay.
but probably.
Oh, shoot.
Winter, can I get a dexterity save to see if you managed to catch it as it flew out of your bag?
Guess what? It's a door.
No.
It's not a jar.
Okay. So, is my thing finished up now? Can I open the door?
Sure.
Okay.
As you open this room, a strange draft actually wafts by you. Whatever this room was once used for, it's now dominated by a large hole. The walls of this room are littered with strange scratch mark and very old blood stains. Dirt and rock cover the last remnants of the room's decor. The hole once allowed a creature perhaps the size of a man to enter this building. Now it's seemingly collapsed, forming a 20-foot deep pit. At the bottom of the pit is a much smaller hole, with only enough room for something about the size of a house cat to squeeze through.
Okay, this was not what I was expecting.
Can I do a knowledge nature on the claw marks?
Sure?
I'll assist, because I do nature stuff. Oh, you rolled before I could say I assist.
Well,
Just
yeah,
roll again, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
I mean,
Yeah.
something crawled out from underground and clawed up this room. And maybe murdered some people. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
It looks as if, like, they closed off the area, and the tunnel that it once came in through collapsed behind it. Except for part of
Killer
it, maybe.
moles.
I can assume from the lack of screams that I can come out.
Yep.
Does it look like the collapsed tunnel collapsed because of time, or whether this creature, like, sort of digs through the earth and then goes back in, sort of thing?
It's hard to say, because now it looks kind of like a 20-foot deep pit, and then it kind of, like, begins to curve a little bit at the bottom, where it leads into that very small tunnel, which might have been the, like, part of the tunnel that originally remains. So it looks like it kind
Okay.
of came over, like an angle, maybe like at like a 90-degree angle, and then kind of almost came straight up into the room for the last 20 feet.
Like it sensed tremors.
Possibly.
Slowly slides away from the heaviest person in the room.
The most genius
Stop.
person, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We should go to the last room. I think we're gonna just move on.
Yeah, let's close that. Shall we put these boards back on? I like the
think
idea of putting these
Yeah,
boards
why
back.
not?
Pop.
Yeah. You reseal the
Put
door.
it in like thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a hammer.
That works.
Who needs a hammer?
I'm gonna leave the detect poison and disease one on instead of switching back. 'Cause I think that's good for this area.
I can do an Arcana check on the next door, if that's all right.
Sure.
Well,
You kind of like look it over, and you don't see any signs of anything magical or unusually magic related.
It's a door.
I mean, that's what Rufus
it's
says.
definitely cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
other
believe
than
you.
that,
It's
He
more
sees
just-
you like Rufus sees you staring at it intently. It's a door.
Alright.
Maybe he's having one of his moments. I don't know.
Nokren, do you want to open this one up?
I can open it.
Let's do it. And I go to
Oh,
open.
Grits, do you want to kick it?
Yeah, I want to kick it. I still smell it.
Okay.
It burned the inside of my nostrils, and I'm not happy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk up.
You kick down the door, and it seems yet another one of the simple unoccupied rooms that are in this place that
Alright.
may have been used at one point in time.
Cool.
There, as I said, there is this hall ends with a set of stairs leading up.
Can we investigate the room?
Yeah, I just want to quickly do an investigation check on them. just to see
I'll
if there's...
assist somebody
Yep.
who's
I'm
been...
gonna perceive.
I can do it.
I'm going back into the hallway.
It's not very-
Oh
I see
no!
Okay. A loose investigation of the room kind of reveals there doesn't seem much in here. Like Rufus looking around while you guys are looking around, and I mean, the room itself just seems like maybe it wasn't used as much as the other one you're thinking. That's about it.
Are the furnishings intact?
I want to go back to the first room then that we
Not
opened.
really.
Okay.
Can't we go up there?
You
I
can
want
go
to. I
up.
want to just quickly investigate the first room then, because I didn't. I don't know.
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh, wait.
Fritz, do you want to help me with that as well?
Yes, I would love to help turn over a room. Start ripping up everything.
All right. Yeah, this room definitely seems more lived in than the others, than the last one. Now you can really tell. It looks as though this one was maybe, I would say, either it was used the most frequency, if it frequent, if it was a guest room. It could have either then, or it could have had a permanent occupant, which the permanent occupant could, of course, been a guest, or maybe even someone that worked at this place.
Okay, let's go upstairs.
Right.
Upstairs we go.
This upstairs is dominated by 6 rooms, 3 on one side of the hallway and 3 on the other side of the hallway.
Left side
well,
first?
Yep, we've done this before. Let's do it.
Or are we going
Perceive.
like, back and
Okay.
forth?
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
I'm just gonna go to each door and perceive real quick.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll just follow him and boot the door open after each time. Oh
Are you going
no!
left, right, left, right, left, right?
I'm just gonna go all left and all right.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Go
left,
like
all
down
right.
the hall and then come back.
Okay.
So the last door on the right is the one that has the
The
netting,
natty one. Yep.
Yes.
which in
Um,
my mind is the most dangerous door.
Yeah, that's what I was
In
thinking.
my mind, the most dangerous door before you rolled that natty one.
Is this
all
one
the-
a door? I'm not sure.
They all just seem like doors to you. You know, you
The
don't
doors.
you don't find any traps. You do notice one thing, which I will give you even on the natural one. Like just a quick like kind of look around and test of things. None of them are locked except the one that you got the one on.
He was
This
right.
one's
Really?
I told you.
This one's locked.
Good call.
If you say that, I want to investigate the door a little bit more, or perceive it a little bit more, whatever you think would be more appropriate. But I'm looking specifically. Also, I'm gonna check magic, and then I also want to check just traps, mechanisms, and also if there's a way to open it easily from the outside.
If that's the last one, that's locked. The others are all open. Nokren's just gonna go. I'll take right. You take left. Chin grits.
And start kicking doors down.
Start kicking the doors down.
Well, I'm
Okay,
gonna do that. I'm gonna investigate. But...
We'll
Okay.
stop before the. I'll stop before the one with the lock. Don't worry.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
First
I'm
off,
sitting next to the locked one with these tools wise looking over
Like-
the door.
yeah. Okay.
I have my tools out too.
The two of them are with feed tools and like, haha. Okay, so Tim,
And I'm just like
Rock, paper,
looking at
scissors.
it carefully.
roll your check, Tim.
Which one? Investigation or perception? What do you think?
Investigation would give you basically like what the door is kind of like. Perception might be more like listening to the other side of it, or seeing if like there's anything that stands out on it.
See, I want to do both. Should I roll both?
You can roll
I
both.
want to do both.
Why not both?
Perception first.
I can assist you with the investigation.
Oh, okay. I will.
I don't know if I can assist you with perception, really. So
Not really. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you can kind of tell like it has a lock that looks like it probably could be locked from either side. So like you could lock it from the inside if you were given a key, or like it could have been locked from the outside by someone that had a key also. Maybe this one just was forgotten. It's hard to tell. You know,
Okay.
maybe like when someone was like kind of leaving, people were leaving this place, this one might not have been occupied. Because this place has been abandoned at some point in time, and maybe then someone just, you know, didn't bother unlocking it. There's a lot of different possibilities for it. You know, something could have happened to the person inside, and they just never unlocked the door, and then no one ever came looking for them.
Oh.
You're not sure what happened to this town to have it abandoned, so because of that, you're not sure why it would still be locked.
Shall we search for a key?
Okay.
I thought we're kicking open
but
doors.
you were kicking in doors.
Yes.
Yes, we were.
So Grits, your door, pretty normal looking room. Nokren, open the room. Pretty normal looking room, except for a strange thing.
Strange thing?
A strange
Almost
thing appears to be there is a large dead rodent in the middle of the room, and the entire floor of the room seems to be covered in roaches,
Oh.
who are now swarming over you.
Any disease,
Oh, good.
he would notice.
No, let me find out.
I mean, you are kind of a dragon, so I imagine it's less of, oh god, and more of,
All right.
It's probably
Free
more
food.
like, oh god, not again.
Free food. We got a buffet.
So you can roll initiative at the horrible swarm of cockroaches.
oh, they're an actual enemy.
They're an
I'm so
actual
sorry.
enemy.
Yeah, they're a swarm.
They're an
Little
actual swarm of
I have to
cockroaches.
roll that again.
Oh, good.
Much worse.
I got a 5.
Wait. I could still be worse. Hold on.
I rolled
Woohoo!
2.
So,
I'm not the worst.
I rolled 2.
Okay. I am going to roll a d20 here. All
oh,
right.
lovely.
So,
I have plus
Rufus.
Not again.
You're over by the door, like investigating
just hear
right
it.
now.
You see it, not again. From the hole. Down at the end of the hole.
So Rufus, I'm guessing you can take a turn to realize what's going on. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen with Orm, Tim, and you. Grits, you.
Well, I was
can-
gonna dash over.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you don't know what's happening.
You're distracted. Grits, you're like across the hall from him, so you can actually react to this.
Okay. I would.
So, the swarm is on me, I think, already, I think.
Yeah,
No,
right.
they're like, you can see like as soon as the door opens, like they kind of move off the rodent, which is probably they've
Oh,
been
okay.
devouring, and are sort of like moving along the floor towards him.
The room that I am in.
Mhm.
You said it was a pretty typical room, so is there any kind of mattress?
Not one that's in good shape.
Just would it be in enough shape that I could pick it up and like slam it down on a patch of roaches?
Probably not.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to kill a roach? That
Uh,
would
Have you ever tried to
I
swing a
live in Florida.
mattress?
Have you tried to swing a mattress? Especially a
Like-
mattress that, like, when you pick up part of it, it falls off. I mean, it's really like...
You probably pick up the whole mattress and it rips in half.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
roaches
then-
pour out.
And more
I
roaches pour
will-
out.
It's just a swarm of roaches. Ugh.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just-
that's all
Get
it
your
is.
stomping boots on.
Yep.
You know what? Even better than stomping boots.
Uh-huh.
Let's get crazy, guys. I am going to see them.
Uh-huh.
I am going to run over and I'm going to do like a stop, drop, and roll move and try to just like tumble over a bunch of them to try to like squish as many as possible.
That is such a dwarven thing to do.
It really is.
Unarmed strike?
She's body
I
slamming
think-
them.
Yeah.
Flop, roll.
That's fair. Just a regular unarmed strike.
Sure.
Okay, body slammer.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
roll
They scurry out of the way of you.
Can't you make another one as a roll for a bonus?
Yeah,
For key.
you
She is a
technically
monk.
can, yeah. No, no, she
well,
can
if I
do it
use a
without
key, I
pay.
would get to do 2 more.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if I don't use a key, I could just do 1 more.
Yeah.
Which
You can roll one direction and then roll back the other
That's
direction.
what I'm thinking, like dunk, 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 dunk. Which is what you guys hear. I'll go ahead and spend a key and do 2 more.
Okay.
Alright.
2 more rolls. Why not? Oh, come on! It was on the
Wow.
17, and then
Okay. So
Screw
you
you
will
guys.
roll into it once successfully and squish some roaches.
squish, squish, squish,
Squish,
squish.
Another
squish,
time.
Squish, squish, squish. And then the roaches are going to proceed to crawl all over you.
By the way, because I used a key point, I can now take a disengage action to get up and
Oh, you're
scurry
gonna roll
back.
away. Okay, then they're
Yeah.
gonna go after
Roll
Nokren.
away.
Good. That
Yeah,
works.
just keep rolling.
Yeah, tick, tick, tick,
Back out
tick,
the
tick,
Okay,
tick,
so
tick.
now
She just rolls out of the room. Nokren's just
so
like,
now roaches are just crawling over and beginning to crawl into your armor in various places. They haven't quite reached in there, but you can feel them kind of squeezing in on all the joints and trying to like get into like where your neck is, and you're trying to like shake them off of your head as they're trying to like crawl up into your face and get into your, like where your ears would be and your nostrils. They're trying to crawl everywhere.
He shakes them off.
Orin, I guess you and Tim notice what's going on now.
After
I-
dunk, dunk, dunk.
Can I point out, this
definitely
is what they
would've
see.
known.
Yeah.
They see a door, they see at the end of the hall, they see Grits run across from one hall to the other, and then they hear dunk, 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 and then they see her roll out the
Roll
doorway.
back across.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
And then you just see Nokren who's standing there all of a sudden like, ah!
They're in my armor.
I crouch down and start picking the lock.
Okay.
Is that really a good idea?
The lock does not seem to open.
I'll
Okay,
try
is that
again
right?
next round.
Okay. Tim, what are you doing?
Well, he's got the lock handled, so I'm gonna go over and attack the roaches, I guess.
I should have got a newspaper.
Nokren's gonna turn to Tim and just go, get them off!
I mean, I'm not doing the big smashy thing that I would normally do because I think the whole building would fall down on us.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I understand.
Fired!
I mean,
It's what you do.
yeah, but I'm gonna do something else.
Nice.
Okay.
Splat,
Hit it with some
splat,
force
splat.
damage.
Splat,
Okay.
splat, yeah.
Or-
There's like explosions of like roaches and like big like almost like as you're like shooting them at Nokren, kind of like exploding them off of him in like large patches. So like you hit his arm and like his arm is cleared of roaches. Like you hit his leg.
That's the
Nokren,
idea.
you get thumps, but you don't hurt at all. It's like sort of like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel the force like hitting the roaches and exploding them. But it is your turn then, Nokren.
Okay, I want to extend one arm out, grab the greatsword, and just try and cleave some off the arm.
Yeah.
Probably not going to do much because
Don't roll a one and cleave your arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hope that's the case. Hey, I'll take that.
All right. You slash through a bunch of roaches. Rufus.
Can I assist you with the lock?
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna assist.
I don't
me
want
with
to deal with those things. I'm done with swarms.
Grits. A lot of
rinse
roaches
and
are
repeat.
dead, but there's still some left. So you're gonna roll around on them to finish them off.
Yeah, I'll just go. You just see me
drag
go like
them.
this,
That
like
won't be-
charge and then duck, tuck and roll.
I thought you were just gonna give Nokren a few hugs. Wish.
Yeah, they're currently
I can't even
on
reach
me.
around him.
There's some on the floor too. I
Okay.
mean,
Are you gonna get him?
All right,
Punch them
I'm
off,
not using a
Nokren.
key this time. I'm just gonna keep rolling around.
What I see, can I just say,
Okay.
I imagine what I see is I see Grits with her eyes closed just try and roll into where they were, and just tick, 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 tick.
she kind of rolls. She like rolls into the room. And she's like, oh wait, and then she see her roll back and like squish a bunch of them, and then finally like as she squishes like that last roll though, she's like, ha ha! As like you see the remnants of the swarm kind of
Drop an
disperse.
elbow on
Yeah.
one.
As then like Nokren then like pulls like a roach out of where it's trying to crawl into his ear, like his little ear
Yeah.
hole. Yeah.
Eat it.
No.
No, you'll definitely get some kind of poison.
No one wants wax-covered roaches.
Squish. I actually am immune to disease, so.
Oh, I have resistance.
Okay.
Well, since that tomfoolery is done, I'm gonna make the pick attempt with advantage.
Yes. All right. Click.
Hey guys, I got it.
Oh,
We
excellent.
have like 4 more doors.
Three.
You
Three
can
more
keep-
doors.
3 more doors.
Yes,
Well-
I'm just pointing out that it's unlocked. I don't have to open it.
Alright,
Cool.
get up. Wipe,
Next to a
wipe
set of
those
doors.
carcasses off of my body.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Tim. Press
Oh.
the thing.
Yeah.
Wait, you're still in combat.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
say.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
you
said
are.
we killed the roach.
Yeah, you did.
It was just the roaches.
It doesn't mean it was just the roaches.
Undead rat?
Well, we killed the roaches.
Nope.
Matt, you
The
said you killed the
roaches.
roaches.
The roaches?
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
fuck.
Okay, the door just bursts open as there's this horrible stench that seems to emanate out of the room.
Why did you
And
unlock the door?
This is the unlocked now room.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this
okay.
is why I said it's a bad idea to unlock
Well-
it while we're in combat.
Well, then we were out of combat, and now we're
Uh-huh.
in combat.
What
so we
happened as
re-roll
soon as you
initiative.
unlocked it?
Are we re-rolling initiative
was
or
out
are
of-
we
yeah,
still
but-
initiative?
I guess if
The-
you want to re-roll initiative, that's fine.
Damn, I wanted to keep mine.
I wanna re-roll mine.
I actually rolled decent for once.
I rolled a 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
the two!
Okay.
I wanted this
so
initiative.
okay.
now.
It still will get a surprise round, but then Orin will have the initiative afterwards.
I don't get surprised.
I think Tim
still gets
I,
around
I
though.
also don't
Tim
believe I'd
has
be
the
surprised.
still
not
gets-
Orin.
It still gets to act because it
Yeah.
has a surprise round of combat.
Is that I still don't get surprised.
But it still gets the round.
It still gets the
Yeah.
round. It
In
doesn't.
fight-
It doesn't.
It
get
doesn't
any,
have advantage on you or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't have any
In-
advantage. Yeah.
In Fight Me, there is no surprised round. There is a surprise condition. So there, we all roll. It acts. Then whoever isn't surprised acts, and then all of you go through your surprise.
Okay, so you
turns.
still get so you get to go, and then it goes normal turns.
I am
Yes.
not gonna give you that because the reason it got an advantage was because of a critical failure. Okay,
Being
wait,
critical
no.
success.
Oh, no, yeah, no, the critical failure that Rufus got. Rufus basically alerted it to everything.
Yeah, when he percepted
On
the door.
Oh,
Well, actually, no. What I'll have it do is I'll have it attack Rufus. That makes
Okay,
sense.
that seems reasonable.
thanks.
So now I'm confused as to what's going on.
Okay,
Attacking
Yeah.
Rufus.
you're both right there. It's gonna hit at Rufus, basically. It's gonna
And it
use-
rolled a 20.
Yeah. You can act after it. We'll just say this same turn, but it will get the first attack this turn. We'll say.
So, what is this thing?
Yeah.
It is a horrible kind of like, looks like a emaciated walking corpse. A stench
Great.
of the dead kind of seems to follow it. Which,
good.
if you start your turn within 5 feet of it, you'll have to make a Constitution saving throw, which is Orin and Rufus. But it'll maul at Rufus. It'll bite and claw at him. So I think,
it succeeded on the bite.
it bites.
Yes.
So you'll take 12 damage.
And I will move. I will move away.
Oh yeah, you'll use your ability to scout and be like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Okay,
You said
Orin.
12.
Yeah, 12. As it kind of like tears into the flesh of your shoulder, kind of like goes down as you're trying to
That's more
claw.
than half.
Yeah.
Well, he got bit by a zombie. We have to kill him now.
Okay, Orin, make me a Constitution save, please.
All right, this will go well.
Okay. You're like the smell is overpowering. It's just like terrible. But you're like, I can deal with this.
Oh, good, it's low, which means it's probably terrible. Don't fail this one, guys.
That is what
Yeah,
that
that's
that is what
that's
this
gonna be real bad if you fail.
Well, we all know what I'm doing. Adamantium dagger, main dagger.
Yep.
We're off.
Okay.
Pew.
Okay. Let me see if it's got.
Did that first one hit?
The first
Oh,
one did.
no.
They did both hit. So.
Hi, Pupper. Good Pupper.
All right, you get 2 good hits on it. So then we're up to normal initiative, which you act first. So you get to act again.
Sweet.
Stabby staff.
All those dice.
Very nice.
Okay. So you get
14
another-
more.
Yep, you can help a couple of hits in. Tim.
Only one of those hit.
2 of them.
Did the first
actually-
one hit?
2 of them did hit.
Fuck yes, the good one hit.
It is
And
going
I'm
to
gonna-
go.
I'm just gonna be clear. I'm stepping back behind Nokren
Yeah.
here.
It's going to go for Orin. Orin, what's your AC?
Not high. I think 14. Yep.
Okay, let's see. Here. Alright. It'll bite. No. It'll claw.
Yeah. So it bursts through the door, just slash. Oh, no, thank you.
Rufus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna run up and stabby stab.
Okay.
And this is the silver rapier.
Okay, you will miss.
And then I disengage.
Okay. Okay.
We have very different fighting styles.
Nokren?
I'm gonna run up to it and take a big old swing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll just start with a big old swing.
It would be a hit.
Okay.
Quad.
So I'm doing this round.
That's all you're doing?
Okay.
Crits.
No, I'm gonna wait. I want to wait for that one.
Okay. Is there still space around it that I can get to? 'Cause it is in the hall,
Because
right?
it's in the doorway, you could get probably like 3 people, one right in front of it, one to either side of the door, and fight it. But
Okay.
if you move up, then like Rufus would have to switch to ranged or something. You know, he couldn't do melee.
Couldn't go between Nokren's legs.
No,
Well,
I am
you're
small.
small, not that small.
yeah. I'm gonna
If
pull
he was
out.
large, probably.
Or you were
Yeah.
tiny, but you're not.
All right, pulling out short sword, the silvered short sword. Gonna walk up into the empty space. Stabby stab.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna stop on the 7. I was like, really,
Mhm.
really.
Okay.
I'll use a key point to get my 2 extra punchies. Probably missing both of them because
Yep.
You're a
And
monk
then
who can't
I-
punch things.
just flick him off and scuttle backwards with my disengage.
Okay.
So I will leave a space there so that
Okay. Orin.
because that's the wrong one. I was trying to show the drunken one.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. More stabs.
Oh, shut your hole.
Okay.
11 more.
Uh,
The second one missed.
yes, it did. Okay. All right. Okay, so you get a hit on it. Tim.
Can you guys hear my dog?
Just a fireball.
Yes.
Nope. Oh,
All
okay.
right. It is going to
Oh, now I can.
maul at Orin again. It will
That's a hit.
bite. It will not claw.
Wow, it really wants on.
So you'll take 12.
I wonder why.
The claws are worse, and it's missed all the times with them.
Good.
I think Tantus uses the average attack damage.
I do. I use the average attack damage.
Okay. If I get bit again, I'm down.
I've just
Same here.
Yeah, I've just been using the average attack damage to make it simple. Rufus.
I'm gonna run up and rapier sneak it again.
Okay, you miss.
And I disengage.
Yeah. No.
We know.
Okay, so this time, you're gonna. So he swung once, hit it. As he pulls his sword back again, this time you'll hear him muttering a little something, and there's a little bit of a gleam in his eye now, and he's gonna use Vow of Emmett and take a swing with advantage.
Okay.
This time.
Murder it. Murder it.
Okay.
And I am going to punch a divine smite into it.
Doesn't that take a... Yeah, that's your attack. The Divine Smite.
No, divine smite
No,
gets
divine
added
smite
on to attack.
applies-
damage.
I can choose to-
Isn't it like when you attack, you decide that it's a Divine Smite? Or...
When you
No.
hit, you can just use the smite.
When you hit, when I can,
Okay.
when I hit, I get to decide if it's smite or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never...
It does use a spell slot. But
That's the only one that works that way. All the others are I prepare them, then I hit with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
The smite's nice.
Divine
because-
smite is
Yeah.
choose.
It's the nice power. Okay. Grits.
Shimmy on up. Stabby stab stab with the silvery stab. You. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it stopped on the 9 on my screen.
It's on the 14 for me.
It showed up on here as an 18 total. So
Yeah.
I mean,
But the dice actually showed a 9. That's what I was like. So I'm gonna stab it.
Mhm.
If it's still up,
Yep.
I will burn my last key point. And Punchy McPuncherson.
Mhm.
Kapam.
Oh.
Blam.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Always the last one.
Still,
Shimmy back.
nonetheless, Grits, you get a stab into its gut. That's okay. Nokren, roll me a d20, or make me a Constitution save, just to see if something would have come up. Actually,
Oh, not an advantage. Oops.
Of course there's advantage. What are you talking about?
I was wondering if you forgot that.
I
I
did.
mean-
It wouldn't have come up for
Anyone else, because we bounce back and forth.
yeah, 'cause specifically is
Start your turn.
yeah, start your turn. And once you say
think
it,
I'm
you're,
good.
you're immune to it. Yeah, so yeah, okay. Then Grits, you kind of like stab into
Oh.
it, and then you get kind of like another punch into its kind of gut, and you hear like kind of this breaking of where its spine would be, as then its like body kind of just crumples down
Pull
with
it
its
out
like
through its
with
stomach
its like
and wave it.
arms and like head kind of like twitching and like snarling as it's kind of like stuck in place for a second, as it kind of like struggles for a little bit longer, and then just kind of like you can see like the energy in it just fading as it just kind of
Before
like,
it slumps down on me, I shimmy back.
well, it kind of falls backwards at that kind of like bending
Oh.
in half at its waist.
Okay, so it bent backwards. I
Yeah.
thought it was bending forwards towards me
No.
because I like pulled away from it.
Well, you kind of pushed it back, so it kind of like twisted back and stuff. It's,
Knocker with the greatsword, just push.
As I go walking into the room after it falls, as I pass, just stab the brain.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up, and who's hurt right now? Okay.
I have 1 point of damage, but don't worry about that.
The rogues.
Yeah.
This room
How
looks like
bad
it
you
was
looking
torn
along?
apart, as if something was locked in here for
That
a
one was
long
for Rufus.
time.
Oh, okay. You got the staff of
And
feel good.
these are for Orr. So that's
Okay.
4 charges on the staff of feel good.
Okay.
I'm at 13.
There doesn't seem to be anything else in this building. Though these are nice rooms if you wanted to like rest somewhere, relatively
I would like
speaking.
a little rest.
I think now's a good time to rest.
Yeah.
Was there
Yep.
nothing interesting in this room?
I'd like to investigate.
I mean, you can see that it looks like the room was torn apart, as if more than likely, whatever happened that this person that they died in here somehow, they raised as an undead and were very angry about it and never could get out. Like you can see, like the outside, the inside of the door is just clawed at.
Okay.
Anything on the body?
Smelliness.
Okay.
I mean, it just
Okay.
because it's dead doesn't mean it doesn't smell as bad as it was.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm pulling out my bedroll and going to another room.
That's a good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
let's go have a nap.
Okay.
And not the cockroach room either.
Are we,
I'm going downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
There's a couple of nice rooms downstairs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
Over near the giant hole room.
No, we boarded the back up for a reason. I'm gonna also put a chair in the way.
We're just doing a short rest though, right guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we take our first break here then, as you guys are taking a short rest to recover, having basically cleared out this place.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes, everybody. Go grab snack, drink, bathroom, everything you need, and we'll see you in a second. So, see you soon.